Good afternoon, and welcome back to the farm. The weather here is not marvelous. We had an ice storm yesterday morning and a lake effect blizzard up in Syracuse yesterday. Oh, guess where I was yesterday? All day. I got to drive up to Syracuse in the ice and home from Syracuse in the blizzard. And that's 2 hours, hour and 45 minutes, depending on the weather. It was about 2.5 hours getting home last night. And today is not much better. We've had high winds with gusts in the 50s off and on. It's been snowing off and on, not a whole lot, but enough. And everything that's on the ground from last night is loose, so it's just blowing around. All of my paths are all filled in. The front yard paths, not so much. The back paths, 100% gone, which is reminding me just how much snow is currently on the ground, because we were all so used to the paths being hard packed. Now that we can't see them, when we step off where they are, we go straight through, and it's practically to my knee. There's absolutely a foot of snow standing on the ground that's been here pretty much since the beginning of January, which I'm not complaining about. It's what I wanted when I moved to New York, but it gets challenging negotiating that when you've got things to do. But my things to do today have evaporated. I was supposed to have my last pottery class, my wheel throwing class tonight, and because of the weather, they've canceled that. So I don't have any place to go tonight, so I want to get started on my next major project. Why don't you come with me to the basement? So, welcome to the basement. You're probably more familiar with my seed starting area, but as you can see, I have a couple of other areas of the basement that are frankly a nightmare. I have the area that I've been using as my workshop, which you probably saw when I was painting up my beehives last spring. And I have the pantry area. Now I have big plans for all of this space. Obviously, I don't need as much workshop space down here as I've had previously because I have the big shed. And the plan is most of the construction work will be done out there. And I have more room to move. I can be working outside if I need to, except in weather like this, obviously. I apologize for the furnace. It keeps coming on while I'm trying to talk. So I'm going to consolidate the workshop area. I need to get the pantry area organized and cleaned up, and there's some workshop stuff that's kind of leaking down there. And I have a couple of repair jobs I need to do down here. So let's get to work on this. tidied up. That's not too bad. I managed to find, of all things, one of Molly's collars. Both the older cats managed to lose their collars in the last few months, and I replaced all of them, and Molly promptly lost hers again. I found one, I don't know which one it was, hooked on a caulking gun. So I don't know what the heck she was doing, but at least I have that so I can get it back on her. I like to have the cats collared if they go outside, just in case somebody finds them and wants to know who they belong to. The tags just have their name and my phone number on it. So, and they are all tracked. They all have chips, so no worries there. But we're not talking about the cats, we're talking about the basement. So the plan has always been that I was going to put shelves on this wall to store paint and wallpaper supplies and sanders, hand tools, things like that. Anything that I would use on a regular basis here in the house, or that I would use only in the house. Paint I would probably put out in the shed, except that I worry about it freezing. So I'm not going to put the paint out there. I'm going to keep it in here. I have had 2 wire shelves like those ones here in the basement for months, waiting to be put together. I think I ordered them on Black Friday. That gives you some idea of how long they've been sitting here. So I'm going to put one together, and I'm looking at this wall and thinking I could really put 2 here, but I really need at least 1 shelf down there. So maybe I'm ordering more shelves today? I don't know. Let's get it organized and see what it looks like. Hours of work later, I'm sort of kind of organized. And this didn't just clean up this area, it also got a lot of stuff out of what's currently that end of the basement I've identified as the pantry section. So that's going to make that a little bit easier. I have some gardening things over there I need to move around to get a better sense, and obviously now I have to order more shelves, which is fine. I can do that. It'll be worth it to be able to move things around, find things a little easier. I have long-term plans as well. I want to work with Josh to get some wiring done down here. So I have an outlet here for charging the wireless tools and the batteries, and to fix this light because it keeps going out. And then I want to move the freezers from the corner where they're at over into the pantry area, but there aren't any outlets over there. So I want to get some outlets run over there as well. And that will empty that corner up. I'm toying with the idea of having a home pottery studio. I don't know if I'm ready for it yet, but if I do become ready for it, I want to have space for it, and that would be a great space for it because I have access to the junction box. So if I want to put a kiln in, I can wire it straight in. Although this pipe back here, I don't know how well you can see it, that is the hard wire for the RV outside. So the switch box, the fuse box, is already set up for high voltage. So once the RV isn't here, it'd be really easy to swap that out and plug the kiln into that. Kiln is a long way off. I would start with a pottery wheel and drying racks and things like that. But like I said, I don't know that I'm there yet. I might be getting close. So it's just making space available. It's also, cleaning up down here is also making it just nicer to be down here. And since for the next 6 or 8 weeks, I'm going to be spending a lot of time down here with doing the seed starting. It'll be nice to not dread coming down every day, which I don't right now, so that's fine. So like I said, that's 2 hours of work, so I'm done for tonight. I will take a shot at the pantry tomorrow probably, just to start moving some stuff around and getting stuff organized. And then we'll start thinking about where the shelf, what's going to go on what shelves. I hope you'll come back and see it.